Hi, welcome to Bookie, which unlock big ideas from world bestsellers in audio, text, and mind map. Please download Bookie at Apple Store or Google Play with more features. Get your free mind snack now. Today we will unlock Jack, straight from the gut. When choosing a career, many people will face the choice of going into a big company or a small company. Some choose big companies for stability. However, once entering a big company, they complain that all workers seem to be a small fish in a big pond. Within these corporate environments, few people in their lifetime can fight their way through and achieve a breakthrough. Furthermore, employees of big companies also face a complex management environment. Overstaffed organizations, multiple leadership positions, brain drain, and shirking responsibility are common afflictions in big companies that not only make a company lose vitality, but also leaders to lose direction. In this book, Welch tells us how he stood out after a few years of working as a junior engineer despite joining GE as nobody at first. What's more, it demonstrates how he turned GE, a big enterprise full of big company diseases, into a dynamic and innovative company worthy of being a worldwide benchmark after he rose to management. Welch's story can provide useful inspiration for every employee and business manager. Welch, known as one of the world's most prominent corporate managers, enjoys a great reputation in the business world. He joined GE's new chemical development operation in 1960. In 1981, at the age of 45, Welch became the youngest chairman and CEO in GE's history. During his 20 years in charge of GE, the company continued to run in good shape with its market value rising from $13 billion to $400 billion. In 2000, the Financial Times named GE the world's most respected company for the third straight year in a row. This book, Jack, Straight from the Gut, is an autobiography personally written by Jack Welch himself, who devoted himself to condensing decades of management experience and all his life into one book. In his autobiography, Welch describes his growth process, management secrets, and how to create a unique management model to help companies get rid of bureaucracy problems. Moreover, it shows how he has led GE in maintaining its leading position during its 20 years of commercial ups and downs. In this Bookie, we'll explore Jack's path to success in 3 parts. Part 1, Becoming the youngest CEO of General Electric. Part 2, Getting rid of bureaucracy and creating a number 1 or number 2 company. Part 3, Implementing novel management methods. In the first part, we'll look at Jack Welch's early life and his path to career promotion. Jack Welch grew up in an ordinary working-class family, with his father being a railroad conductor. Although Welch had humble beginnings, he had a very happy childhood. As his father was busy with work, Welch was particularly close to his mother and was deeply influenced by his mother's educational ideas. He once said that, "If I have any leadership style, a way of getting the best out of people, I owe it to her." His mother encouraged him to succeed through competition and to bravely face reality. These suggestions and instructions had a profound influence on him. We can see how his childhood education influenced his management philosophy in the later part of his life. The greatest gift he gained from family education, especially from his mother, was confidence. Welch recalled that since childhood, he had stuttering problems, so he was always being laughed at by others, which at times greatly embarrassed him. However, his mother found a perfect explanation to his stuttering. "It's because you're so smart, no one's tongue could keep up with a brain like yours," said his mother. This positive guidance gave him a strong sense of self-confidence and inner strength that lasted through the years. Later, as a leader of a multinational enterprise, Welch often needed to negotiate in business and give public speeches. Even then, he never had any lingering worries about his stuttering. Welch once said that all of management is about self-confidence. The strong self-confidence he built up from an early age allowed him to take greater risks, and thus achieve greater success. Meanwhile, being good at helping others build self-confidence also helped him put into practice outstanding leadership. His mother had always convinced him that he could be anyone he wanted to be. "You just have to go for it," his mother said. Decades later, when Welch browsed his childhood photo albums, he discovered that he was actually the shortest player on his sports teams, but never realized it at the time. Here, we can see how much influence a trusting mother can have on a child. Later, Welch completed his studies with honors. He obtained a bachelor's degree in chemical engineering from the University of Massachusetts in 1957, and a doctorate in chemical engineering from the University of Illinois in 1960. After graduation, Welch successfully joined GE as an engineer. However, after working for just 1 year, he wanted to quit. It turned out that at the end of the year, he found out that everyone in the office had the same salary and the same salary increase as him. He realized that he was falling into a pile near the bottom of a big organization. Because this kind of bureaucracy and egalitarianism left young Welch feeling hopeless, he handed his resignation to his superiors. At that time, however, Welch met someone who would become an important figure in his life. A manager named Reuben Gutoff invited him to dinner after hearing of his resignation. During the 4-hour dinner, Mr. Gutoff strongly persuaded him to stay and promised to increase his pay. Moreover, Mr. Gutoff promised to take more responsibility to eliminate the company's bureaucracy. In the end, Mr. Gutoff's sincerity moved Welch so much, so that he remained in the company, later making it possible for him to become the youngest CEO of GE and write this legendary story. However, there was more to this lucky story. Gutoff actually persuaded Welch to stay because he was impressed by this junior engineer whenever he encountered him. For example, at the company's business summary meeting, as a development engineer, Welch not only reported on technical work, but also prepared an additional detailed cost report. He would even analyze the products of their major competitors across the world. Welch's principle is to exceed others' expectations. Simply answering the boss's questions doesn't make it possible for you to stand out. Therefore, his answers were always deeper than the questions raised by others. He gives not just the answers, but also a wonderful set of new ideas. Only in this way could he stand out and gain a reputation for outperforming in tasks. This principle made the manager Gutoff quickly notice Welch, and keep him from leaving at a critical moment. As a result, Welch stayed at GE. He received a higher salary and began to take on more important projects. This was the first time that he realized the importance of differentiation when it comes to talent and teamwork, which planted a crucial seed for his future management ideas. In 1964, Welch's team successfully researched and developed a new type of plastic. The team leader persuaded the board of directors to approve the construction of a new plastics plant. Meanwhile, there was a vacancy for a general manager position in GE's plastic business, and Welch intended to snatch the opportunity. He tried to persuade Mr. Gutoff to give him this opportunity, just like how Gutoff had persuaded him to stay before. At first, Gutoff thought that Welch was not qualified for the position, because he did not have enough qualifications, and did not understand the market. But Welch did not give up. For the next 7 days, he kept calling Gutoff to list other reasons for his suitability for the position. Finally, he succeeded in persuading Gutoff. After taking office, Welch led the team in overcoming the defects of new products. They developed and produced a new type of blended plastic that turned out to be a successful product that earned billions of dollars in global sales. Welch then rose through the management ranks to eventually become a successor candidate of GE's chairman. In 1979, the then chairman Reg Jones conducted a famous airplane interview with Welch. Reg used this interview to select candidates, with all candidates required to answer the following question. Reg asked, "Jack, you and I are flying in one of the company planes, and the plane crashes. Who should be the next chairman of General Electric?" After this question, Reg asked Welch to comment on other candidates and list their strengths and weaknesses. Sometime after this interview, Reg conducted a second airplane interview with Welch. "Well, this time, we're out there together. We're flying in a plane, and the plane crashes," said Reg. "Jack, this time I'm done, but you live. Now who should be the chairman of General Electric?" Welch did not hesitate to reply that he could be the chairman. He told Reg the manner in which he would organize the leadership team, and describe the biggest challenges the company would face when he took office. Finally, there were 3 candidates left on Reg's list, and he chose Welch from the 3. Although Welch was the youngest of the 3, his capacity to grow was the most anticipated. The reason for this was that a person's capacity to grow not only represents their potential, but also represents their endless passion for work. Moreover, it means that they will do their best to achieve self-realization. In 1981, at the age of 45, Welch became the youngest chairman and CEO in GE's history. Alright, in this part, we talked about how Jack Welch became the CEO of GE. A good family education helped Welch foster his initial childhood self-confidence. When he first started his career, he was always ready to seize the opportunity to stand out. As Welch gradually undertook greater responsibilities, he sharpened his abilities and became more courageous by striving for the opportunity to become a manager. In the end, with his development potential, he won the favor of top managers in the competition to become chairman of the company. Today we are just sharing limited content. To unlock more key insights of world-class bestseller, please download our app. Just search for BOOKEY at Apple Store or Google Play. Get your free mind snack now.